going on? How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
Big weekend coming up this weekend.
Big weekend with the Super
The
Bowl.
Super Bowl, but that's not what
Yeah,
today's
but that's
video
not
is
what today's
about.
about. We're not doing Super Bowl. I've been doing a lot of football lately. So I figured, get back into my Around the World of Sports.
Okay.
This will be week 14 Around the World of Sports. So let's get right into it. Tom Brady, the great Tom Brady, who I consider the GOAT at this point reluctantly, but he is the GOAT.
I mean, you can't be
I'm not
about
reluctant,
that.
but for a long time I did not like Tom Brady because I'm a New York Jets fan. When he was with New England, he destroyed my Jets a lot. So it's kind of hard to like Tom Brady, just like it was kind of hard to like Michael Jordan,
Exactly.
who destroyed my Knicks.
Right.
But
well,
those guys are.
Respect is due.
Listen, I show them respect because they deserve the respect. Them dudes are those dudes.
That's right.
So I show them respect, but this is not about Michael Jordan. It's about Tom Brady. And I think he officially announced his retirement this time. Yeah, he retired again. This time, I take him seriously though. I think he's really retired now.
Okay.
That's my feeling. 45 years old, 23 seasons in the NFL.
Nice.
23 of them bad boys.
That's
a lot of seasons.
Yes.
You got a lot of players don't make it to 10 seasons. Do 23 seasons in the NFL. As far as I can recollect, no serious injuries ever. The ultimate Iron Man.
Pretty impressive.
Very impressive. 23 seasons. So the great Tom Brady has officially retired, I do believe. I hope he can spend a lot of time with his family, his kids. I'm pretty sure over the years he has not spent a lot of time with his children. And I'm hoping that this time around he'll be able to, get some quality time in with his kids. He still has young kids. I hope he's able to do that.
Yeah, he's taking the year off.
He's taking the year off. This dude is going to be a Fox Sports broadcaster. It's reported a 10-year deal, $375 million.
Nice.
He's going to be all right.
He's going to be all right.
He's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. Yeah. 375 mil, 10 years.
Nice.
To talk about sports. That's nice. I'd like that deal. But yeah, 7 Super Bowls. Unbelievable. Went to 10 Super Bowls, I believe. Won 7 of them.
That's pretty impressive.
That's remarkable. So shout out to the great Tom Brady, the GOAT. Retirement well deserved. Well deserved. He did everything you could do on the football field. So props to him in his retirement. Moving on. The WNBA. I don't talk about the WNBA a lot, but I respect those ladies. They do a great job, and the WNBA has come a long way. I want to mainly shout out my New York Liberty. New York Liberty has had a very good offseason. They traded for former MVP winner Jonquel Jones, formerly of the Connecticut Sun. Jonquel Jones is a 6'6" forward/center. Most likely with the Liberty, should be playing center. Unbelievable player. I've been following her for a while. Very impressive player. I watched her with the Connecticut Sun, and she's a problem. And she's gonna be a problem with the New York Liberty.
Nice.
So shout out to Jonquel Jones for making a move to the New York Liberty. Breanna Stewart, who was a free agent, formerly with the Seattle Storm. Another former MVP winner. 6'4" forward. She'll probably be playing the power forward next to Jonquel Jones. Will be playing center. But there's more.
Okay, wow.
They also signed free agent Courtney Vandersloot from the Chicago Sky. 5'8" point guard. One of the best passing point guards in the WNBA.
Nice.
A true vet, and she just knows how to play the game the right way. Very intelligent point guard. Courtney Vandersloot's a problem. She's an older player, but she still got a lot of skill.
Okay.
Um, and they're adding these three great WNBA players to Sabrina Ionescu, who's already on the Liberty, who's that chick.
Okay.
Sabrina's nice. Sabrina is real nice. She went to UConn. She's nice. So she'll probably be playing the shooting guard, which she played last season. She can play point guard too, but she'll probably be playing the shooting guard next to Courtney Vandersloot.
Okay. We need to get out to see these.
We gotta see these
them
Liberty play. We gotta see these Liberty play. They're gonna have a squad. Their squad is deep. They also got Benijah Laney, who last season she had some injuries. She played small forward for the Liberty. She should be healthy this season.
Okay.
She's one of my favorite players in the WNBA period. So Benijah Laney, she's probably not gonna have to do as much with all these other great players on the team. So she kind of would be able to fill in certain spots and do her thing without too much pressure.
Nice.
So I'm looking for Benijah Laney to have a big season this upcoming season.
All right. Sounds good.
So yeah. But another thing with the WNBA that I came across during my research, the WNBA women do not travel on private flights.
That's a travesty.
They still are taking commercial flights.
That is a travesty.
The WNBA has been around since 1997, and they're still taking commercial flights.
That's ridiculous.
And they're forced to take commercial flights. Even teams that can afford to pay for private flights are not allowed because other teams don't have the money to do it. I think it's a travesty. It's a health and safety issue with these ladies having to take commercial flights from game to game.
Being subject to the schedules of the airlines.
Right. It's like a lot of things can go wrong.
Especially this day and age with all the cancellations.
All the cancellations,
That's ridiculous.
with COVID still going around. It's a lot of things that are a detriment to these ladies having to take commercial flights at this point.
And you said the teams that can't afford to fly private are penalized?
They're penalized. They're fined if the WNBA finds out that they've used private jets or chartered flights.
That's ridiculous.
For their players that they can afford to pay for. The WNBA is a flat out no for private flights.
That's ridiculous.
So they all have to fly commercial, which is ridiculous to me. The WNBA is supposed to be partners with the NBA.
Hello.
All of the NBA teams fly private. All of them. All of the players fly private. If that's a partnership, the NBA needs to help rectify the situation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The WNBA, they probably can't say anything because those are their partners. And the NBA, I'm not saying the NBA has not helped the WNBA a lot, but this is an issue that the NBA should fix for the WNBA.
For sure.
That's my feelings on that. They need to fix that. Breanna Stewart, who actually, like I just said, she just came over to the Liberty. One of the reasons she came over to the Liberty is she's an advocate for this. She's a strong advocate for the air travel situation in WNBA to change. She's willing to give up some of her own money, to put into a fund to help fund this travel. They definitely should be having private flights.
Yeah.
All the WNBA teams should have private flights. Even if you start with some games, and if it's a far distance or whatever it may be, even if you start with some games, but it shouldn't be a flat out no.
Right.
That they cannot do it. They should at least be able to do it in certain circumstances, and hopefully it gets to the point where they all are doing it like the NBA players.
And not be fined for sure.
And they should not be fined if they happen to have the money to do it. If they can afford to do it, let them do it.
Right.
And hopefully all teams will be able to do that at some point. But to tell them that they can't travel that way when the NBA teams have been doing that for decades, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So hopefully that will be rectified sooner than later.
Right.
They should be able to fly privately. You ask them to play, you ask them to perform. Let them perform at their optimal level by being able to fly comfortably. A lot of these women are very tall. I'm pretty sure these commercial flights are not very comfortable for them. Like, come on. Please fix that. But that's my diatribe on the WNBA air travel. Moving on. The trade deadline is this Thursday. NBA trade deadline.
Right.
This Thursday at 3 p.m. My New York Knicks are currently in the 7th place in the East. I hope they can make a move. They probably won't be able to make a move for a superstar player, which nowadays it's hard to get a superstar player on your team. But I want them to make a move for their bench. Their bench is a little shallow. I feel like their bench can definitely it's in need of some depth. Hopefully they can get a wing player, maybe a 6'5" to 6'8" guy who can play both ends. Defense and offense need somebody like that. So hopefully they can add a player or two to their bench that is a shooter but also can play defense.
You have anybody in mind?
OG Anunoby is a guy from the Toronto Raptors that I have my eye on, which there's been chatter about him. Also, another guy on that particular team, the Toronto Raptors, Gary Trent Jr., I like a lot. I think he could help the Knicks. Plays both ends just like OG. I think those guys could be assets. There's a couple of others around. Trying to think who else. There was another guy that I was thinking of. I can't remember his name right now for some reason. But yeah, there's a few players out there that I think could actually help out. Hopefully they can get something done. Josh Hart is another guy that I like. Plays for Portland. He's a tenacious guy. I think he could help out. But I think they should make a move. Hopefully they can get somebody in. Next, a team that actually was able to make a trade, the Brooklyn Nets. They traded away mercurial point guard Kyrie Irving, along with Markieff Morris. They traded those two guys to the Dallas Mavericks, for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and 3 picks, 1 first-round pick and 2 second-round picks. Interesting trade. Kyrie requested a trade, and it's like they obliged. They said, okay, fine. They traded him within a couple of days. Interesting from the Dallas Mavericks side. Kyrie is one of the most talented point guards in the league. No one can question that. But he comes with a lot of baggage. Just in terms of his availability. Does he really want to play basketball? Does he want to be a full-time basketball player? So a lot of distractions that come along with him. I don't know how that's going to work with Luka Doncic, who's a full-time basketball player, loves to play, and Luka Doncic is never a distraction. He comes to work every day. And he makes no excuses. I don't really know how that's going to work. I know Luka Doncic apparently supported the trade because he needs help. Luka Doncic does everything for his team. So he does need help. And I guess he was desperate for help.
But he needs help that he can depend on.
But you got to depend. That's exactly right what you just said. You got to depend on the help that comes in. Now, if Kyrie comes to work and shows up for work every day, it's not a problem because he has the talent. He's a superstar talent. But like I said, he's mercurial. You don't know what you're going to get from him from a day-to-day basis in terms of his commitment to his team. You don't know. Sometimes Kyrie plays for Kyrie. And that's not going to work with a guy like Luka, who's a no-nonsense guy. So Mark Cuban, who's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, also from Shark Tank, he's a risk taker.
He is.
He's a risk taker.
He likes to take risks.
And a lot of his success comes from taking risks.
Correct.
But this one is going to be interesting. If Kyrie shows up and plays the way Kyrie can play and is dedicated, the Mavs won this trade. But that's a big if.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big if. If he does not, if he creates problems in Dallas, then Brooklyn won the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn was happy to get rid of this headache, and he's been a headache for them. It's going to be interesting to see how Kevin Durant deals with this. You know, whether he moves on with the Brooklyn Nets or he decides that he wants to go somewhere else. He's under contract, so the Brooklyn Nets, the cards are in their hands in terms of what they want to do, because they do have him under contract.
Right.
So I don't have a whole lot to say about this because I want to see how this plays out. This Kyrie situation has been an ongoing situation for quite a while. He's been on a number of teams and doesn't seem to be happy at some point with any of them. It's gonna be interesting to see if he sticks in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be a free agent in the offseason, and he's looking for a new contract. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. I'm interested to see how he plays with Luka, how that whole dynamic works out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, should be interesting. Should be interesting. I think the Brooklyn Nets were just tired.
Yeah.
They were tired. They were just tired of dealing with it. So at this point, they should have less distractions on their team. And they have this young kid, Cam Thomas, who looks good on Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm a New York Knicks fan, but I watch all basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid, Cam Thomas, he's impressive.
Okay.
So they have a few building blocks on their team.
Nice.
I'll leave it there.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, maybe we can catch up again on, say, Saturday to see how what resulted from the deadlines on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'll be doing a trade deadline video.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll be looking forward to that then.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace.